Santa brings the gift of acceptance in HBO Max's Santa Camp.
We proposed to the committee advancing referrals.
I say Santa, you say Claus. Santa! Claus! Santa! Claus! The New England Santa Society created a school called Santa Camp. It's starting to become more visible, and we're starting to do much more promotion of it. The issue we run into is that people just have a very specific idea of what Santa should look like. So, we have a lot of new Santas.
I want to be able to be Black Santa for other families. I'm going to be going up to New Hampshire to learn all the ins and outs of being Santa. Oh, it's definitely going to be a strange experience.
Levi is transgender.
Oh, Santa Levi, aka Trans Santa here.
Oh. They're all white.
I am excited for Santa Camp.
There you go, Santa fan.
On a frigid December night outside a suburban Chicago church, a group of parents and wide-eyed children lined up to see Santa Claus. He awaits them with the classic Saint Nick look: pink cherubic cheeks, twinkling eyes, a gray beard, and a plump belly, squeezed into a red suit with white fur trim that shakes like a bowl full of jelly when he laughs. But when a thin teenager with ripped jeans, tousled hair, and a gray hoodie sits down next to him, it soon becomes clear that this is no ordinary Santa. He looks to the teenager and says, quote, "Nice to meet you. I'm Trans Santa. Pronouns?" End quote. The teen answers, they, them, looking up with surprise. What follows is not a kid asking for toys or dolls, but a young person asking for help. They tell Santa their Christmas wish is to come out fully to their parents and dress in a way that conforms to their gender identity. The Santa, Levi Tro, of Chicago, told CNN, quote, "That definitely was an emotional moment for me," end quote. The scene comes from Santa Camp, a moving new documentary film about this push for diversity. The film airs on HBO Max, which, like CNN, is owned by Warner Brothers Discovery. Well, this is another, just again, representation matters even among Santas. Yeah. So I'm happy to see this. And, you know, again, this time of year, I think the acceptance, especially with our LGBTQ plus community getting left out of things like, you know, Christmas carols, stories, memories, Hallmark movies. Yeah. We get left out of a lot of things. So to see this and see the representation, I think is really important.
The inclusivity, right? And like what you read, like got me all choked up. Can you imagine a trans child sitting on Santa's lap and seeing themselves in Santa? Like that's so crazy, you know? Unity on the Bay, we had our holiday pageant last Sunday, right? And baby Jesus has always been brown, right? He's always been dark brown or black. It's just how we've always had it, right? And I just remember a kid coming up, because I host the church services, and a kid coming up and looking at the baby like, the baby's black like me. And I was like, yeah, baby, it is, you know? And you could just see the beauty in his eyes open up so wide because he saw himself in the baby Jesus. You know, something like that, something so little. You know, I love the inclusivity of this Santa Camp. I love documentaries, so I'm definitely going to be watching this. But, you know, they have a trans Santa, a black Santa, a Santa with special needs.
Yeah.
How incredible is that? You know, but then on the other side of it, I remember in 2016, I think it was Mall of the Americas, that big mall in Minnesota, is it Mall of the Americas or something? Right, where they had a black Santa, and damn parents started protesting because, look, Dan is surprised. Yeah, so parents started protesting, you remember, Jeff, because supposedly we were confusing the children and messing up their holiday cheer by having a black Santa. This is a true story, folks. You can Google it if you want.
This is a facepalm moment. But anyways, I mean, there's never Chinese Santa either. But
oh my God, you're right. We should have a Chinese Santa.
I mean, it's not that I'm a big like holidays person, but you know, and also the archetype of Santa. I mean, I sympathize with the fact that there's not much you can do about like changing it, because you know the big fat white guy.
Yeah, skinny Santa looks weird. I saw keto. I saw keto Santa. It looks weird. I saw keto Santa. He looked very weird.
Yeah, and also let's remember that the current image of Santa Claus, the big fat white guy with beard, was created by Coca-Cola
Coca-Cola.
to sell soda.
Wow.
It wasn't, you know, it was designed, I think, in the either the late 19th or early 20th century, and it started just propagating around. I mean, it took the place of like Father Christmas in England. It took the place,
Noel, yeah.
you know, the traditional Saint Nick up in Northern Europe, and so like different people see Santa Claus differently, and I'm happy that someone is out there representing other.
You should be the next. You should be the Chinese Santa Claus, Bobby. That's what I think. I'm serious. Look, so like I was hosting Unity on the Base service on Sunday, and I was like, okay, the week before I said, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to dress like Mrs. Santa if she was Latina and a lesbian, right? And I came with a big ball gown and like, you know, I hosted service like that because that's what Mrs. Santa would look like if she was Latina and gay.
Well, you want the Santa Claus, I guess Santa, wait, what would the
Santa Bobby.
No, I was going to say, what is the female equivalent of Nicola?
Nicole.
Nicole. Yeah, Santa Nicole.
I saw a porn like that.
We're fine.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
then.
my favorite part about this story is that it really shines a light on what a trans youth really wants, compared to mainstream
Stuff.
And I think that if we really understand that simple want and how it really fits into our life, I mean, I think that's the most moving of this story.
It's so true.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.